They just shouted out at us.
So that's what it is. So hopefully y'all don't take offense to whatever happened tonight. It's just not my thing.
Right.
So with that being said, you know, it is what it is. People who hung out with me, I had people from other casts hang out with me. We're going to have a good time.
Right.
I'm going to be a gentleman. I'm going to make sure that the ladies are good. I'm going to make sure the guys are good. And we're going to be Gucci.
Yeah, no, that's real talk. Like, I will say, you know, I could call. I'm sure that if I call Vern, and as long as he answered the phone, if I said, "Yo, I'm broke down," you know, on the you know, my fucking 214 or some shit.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that ain't too far from me. All right, I'll be there in a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just that guy. You know what I mean? And he's.
I'm gonna talk shit about you and say, damn, Negro, it's 3:00 in the damn morning. It's cold out here. Shit.
Right.
And you ain't got no jack? Are you kidding me? I mean, I can't tell you guys like how many times I've stopped to help people. And you know, in this day and age, it's just not the thing to do. But the Lord blessed us here to help each other out. Mm-hmm. So and that's why I look at that's my calling, right? To help each other out. I am not perfect. I have made many mistakes in my life. So I would never sit here like I'm on some pedestal and be like, oh, you know, nothing that I made mistakes on the show. And you know, the process or whatsoever. We all human. But at the end of the day, it's a learning process. So like some people get offended by some of the comments. I don't. Everybody got their opinion. So you got to take the good ones with the bad ones. So that's what it is. Some people are gonna like you. Some people are not gonna like you. But you know, let's respect each other. Mm-hmm. I don't complain about the editing, the production, and none of that stuff. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's because your ass don't watch.
and somebody said, why was I speaking to Sabrina like that? What you guys didn't see is you didn't see the total thing. So it was a lot of, from what I understand, they just showed the complete content. So I'm a very passionate guy. I'm a very direct guy. And some of the things I say is going to come off very harsh. But it's not coming from a mean place. So I never called her out her name. I never disrespected her. I just was very direct. And the reason why I was very direct is it was so many things being said about me. I didn't agree with them, but I respected them. But at that point in time, it just came to be, okay, I'm going to go out on my own accord.
And actually, though, I will say this. We were actually on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And his demeanor was calm.
Hey, they don't even know that. So give y'all some background, right? I knew I was going home way before then. So it was me, Clifton, and Paul on the phone. And we always talk like brothers. And I told them, I said, look, I'm pretty sure it's going to be me. The Teflon Don can't get away from this one. So I pretty much knew it. And they was like, nah, it's not going to be you. And then I get a call from one of the producers, and they forget that they talking to Lavern. So confirms that Lavern is going home. So I'm cool with it, right? I said, all right, that's the reason why I came in my jogging suit. I said, no need to waste a good outfit for this. This is going to literally take 5 minutes. So I drive to DC, get in there. They mic me up. I'm like, all right, this is only take 5 minutes. We ain't going to take long of this at all. I already know why I'm here. And once I saw Sabrina, it confirmed. They're like, yeah, because I know she's not feeling me. She don't like me. So, okay, cool. We good. So when I walks in, she tries to hug me. I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. Why you gonna hug me when you said multiple negative things about me? You said that you didn't like me. You said it was no connection. So why all of a sudden we gonna hug now? So, and then, you know, once I got this information that was told to me, I let her know about it. And then, of course, that just where it went downhill from there. And I was actually, you know, the way my persona is, you know, I've probably been dismissive. And I wasn't trying to be dismissive, but it was just like, I'm not going to take this nonsense this time. I'm going to go out. You're not going to tell me I'm not ready for love. I was like, I am ready to love. I just not ready to love you all. I don't know if they played that portion, Paul, but that was my speech to her. It's like, and that's what really perturbed her.
Mm,
And she just went ballistic.
mm,
She cursed and all that stuff and whatsoever. And she was just totally livid. And I understood that she was livid because she didn't get to say her speech. And that's why she was so shook.
right.
But you wasn't going to say I wasn't ready to love. I am ready to love. I just wasn't ready to love them.
Mm, right. And I think that they played a whole lot of that. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't get that you were rude or disrespectful. I think you was just very forward with it. Like, yo, looky here, we're not gonna play the game. This is what it is. Let's just get right to it.
Yep, exactly.
Right.
Let's not play these games. And that's what it was, right? Let's hug and play these games and all this stuff. Like, nah, we're not gonna do this. We're gonna get right to it. And if you saw, Sabrina said every curse word, they just did air the curse words because I talked to a couple of people. Like I said, I don't watch the show,
Right.
but she cursed a lot. And I was like, hey, and even to the point she said she couldn't be around me.
Mm,
So what you all didn't see, I literally they had to keep us apart because she felt as though threatened about me and whatsoever. And I was like,
but
all right. Somebody said I was rude.
she,
I mean, yeah, I mean you could say I was rude. I
well,
mean, everybody has their opinion.
that was rude.
Huh?
Hold on. Oh, she said, "No, I don't know. The edits made you seem rude."
Yeah.
I don't think you were being rude. Like I said, at the end of the day, I mean, it's all perception. So it's how people perceive their information,
Yeah.
right? I'm the type of person, I don't want to fuck around. Just tell me exactly what the hell you say to me, and then let's go,
Yep.
and leave me the hell alone. You know what I'm saying? And not, don't pussyfoot. Just give it to me today. Let me
Well,
process. I want to be
and see, let me put y'all on something else, right? So actually Sabrina uh we was actually cordial. So it's something that she really likes in the DMV. You all heard of turning natural. So I turned her on to turning natural. So we was out one day and it was hot and she was thirsty. I gave her my drink. So I gave her my drink. Somebody asked, why would the producers tell you you was going home? Well, let me tell you why. Because they didn't know it was me. They called me and they got it confused. And that's how I got the cat was let out the bag. And plus, I was always on the bottom. So it was just a natural thing. I knew I was getting voted off because what you all didn't see that they edited out, that I used to call myself the Teflon Don because the women always had me at the bottom. So I knew that I was going home. So it was never Paul in the bottom. It was never Tori. It was always Laverne in the bottom. So I understood that. So I knew I was going to go home eventually. So I knew I wasn't going to stay around. So that's the point of that. Now, getting back to Sabrina, I know she was thirsty one time, and I actually gave her my drink. And it was that when we was at the doing the photo shoot, Paul. So I gave her my drink and everything, turned on it, turned it natural. So I was always a gentleman to these ladies. So some of the things that they said in the wine bar, I got word of, and this is people watching and saying I was bad vibes and stuff like this. Everybody would tell you when I came on set, I brought people food. I always looked out for
right.
everybody, and I was
You was like fucking. You was beyond production. And the food that you brought was hot.
yeah, and and literally I will help the women carry their bags, help them up the steps when we had walk up the steps and all that stuff, walk them to their car, and things of that nature. So I was always a gentleman to the ladies. So I didn't understand why some of the negative things were said. Besides that, I just was not connecting with them because we was not equally yoked.
Right.
So I was cool with that. But when I got voted, well, I knew I was getting voted off, and I knew what the narrative was going to be. You're trying to make me look like a fool. Oh no, you're not. You're not going to make me look like a fool. You're not going to make me look like I don't know what I'm not ready to love. You're not going to do any of that. I'm going to take it into my own hands and go out on my own accord.
That you did.
So
But I remember you saying, I'm putting on my going home.
exactly. What did I say, Paul?
Crash. Almost crashed that day. He was
Wait, Paul, what did I say?
like, he was like, I'm going to go home. I'm going to go put on my going home outfit. And then I'm going to go up there and I'm going to chill. And I'm just going to have me a drink. And it's going to be, it's going to be, it's going to be a good day.
Yeah. And you know, I said some things like, you know, kind of dismiss Ace. I didn't mean to dismiss Ace, because you got to realize when I got off, or I got voted off, I'm not knowing that Ace is, you know, Ace going through the process. So, you know, she's going to connect with who she's going to connect with. So if it looked like I dismissed her, you know, not the case. And definitely I apologize to Ace, because it wasn't meant to be that way, because I hold Ace in high regard. Ace is a dope woman and so forth. So I would never be disrespectful to her anyway. I wouldn't be disrespectful to any of the women, tell you the truth, because at the end of the day, I don't have anything. I'm not mad. The only thing like this whole process is, and this is in dating in general, we should have fun. If we don't like each other, meaning which is not romantic, it's not a big deal. You don't take that offensive. We can always be friends.
Yeah, man. You know, go hard, go home.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, people get so offensive with dating. Oh, you know, if it doesn't work out. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out at this right moment.
No
It can
doubt.
always work out 2 weeks later, 2 months later. So it's all about God's timing. It's not about, you know, we need to fall in love right when we meet each other. We need to understand each other. We need to learn each other. We need to understand how we, you know, wake up in the morning. What's our likes? What's our dislikes? What makes us tick? We're not going to find this out in one date, especially with all these cameras in front of us. We got like literally, we got like 6 cameras all around us. We're mic'd, and everything is a controlled environment. And SMI, Lur's good. I was not salty at all. I'm not Lowry's. I'm not salty. I live a great life, so I was not salty about that at all. So it
Facts.
looks salty, but I am not salty. If I was salty, I would through tables. And you see me, I was still drinking my drink, because I did see that one clip. I was still drinking my drink while she was walking out having an upset. So if I was
Yeah,
salty, I
you
wouldn't
didn't.
did that. What'd you say, Paul?
I said true story.
If I'm not mistaken, I was just sipping my drink and say, "Oh, okay, you upset? Roger that."
And you stayed there till it was all done too.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. If you all paid attention to it, she stormed out. Yeah, I'm still single. She stormed out. I didn't storm out. I wanted to have the conversation with her. So she was the one that felt offended because I spoke my mind. I didn't feel offended when she spoke her mind. I didn't rush out and say all these things and say nasty words to her. We are adults. So
Right.
we should be able to have a conversation and disagree. And that's what the problem is in this society. We can't have a conversation without having difference of opinion and
Exactly.
still respect each other.
That's true.
So
But you know how some people be sometimes, brother.
yeah, I mean, you know, I don't care, you know, like I said, I don't explain anything. I'm not trying to make anything justified. What you saw on camera is what you saw on camera. I'm not saying this didn't happen, nothing like this. So I'm fully accountable for everything I said, everything I did. Um, and most people agree, most people don't, but that's what it is. Let's have a discussion.
Right,
Let's talk
exactly.
about it. Let's chat about it. Let's learn from each other. Let's respect each other. We ain't got to agree on everything. You know, me casa, you casa, potato, potato. But let's just say, okay, let's respect each other as adults and have fun. And that's it. And if I disrespect you, I'm going to apologize to you and move on from it. I'm not going to brush it off. If I offended you, said something to you, I will make
Right.
sure I apologize, because I'm very accountable for my actions.
And that's all you can be, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm glad y'all liked this episode though. So we have people talking.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like it's an ongoing event.
I mean, I made it interesting.
Yes, you did. I just said I'm gonna have to start calling you PO because you deliver. You know what I'm saying?
I, I mean, yeah, like I said, I'm better in person than I am on TV. Just to let y'all know that. So if you meet me in person, I'm much better. I'm much prettier, by the way. Much easier on the
Funny
eyes,
shit.
and the conversation is much better in person. On TV, you just get to see a snippet of it. Like even Clifton and I, we do a lot of things, but I think they didn't air a lot of stuff because some of the stuff we were just wilding out.
Was y'all?
Oh well, you was wilding out too, Paul. Shit, what are you talking about? I mean, they should have a bloopers and too hot for
Oh
TV
man, if
because
they
we
did
had
that,
stuff. I mean, we was
woo,
doing Dave Chappelle skits
right?
and stuff like that.
Like
So
yeah, that was the funniest shit ever. That day, I almost broke my rib cage laughing.
somebody asked me
Facts.
would I have done anything different. The only thing I would have did different is not been on a reality show.
You mean that shit?
Yeah. So other than that, that's the only I regret just getting on a. I don't regret it, but if I had to do over again, I would never got on it. And I'm trying to see what else some people are saying. So, and it just wasn't a process for me.